Hi, Samad here. Recently, I got this message from a musician, and I'm about to share my thoughts on the challenges that this particular musician faces. And maybe if you're having the same problems or same challenges, maybe this video might be helpful for you. So the message said, honestly, I would probably say my biggest challenges are number one, finding producers to work with that are free as well as fit my vibe. My production skills are very rudimentary since I just started learning in July. Haha. So if you're a singer-songwriter or you write your own music or you're a singer, one of the things that everyone's looking out for now is like to work with producers. But the challenge is, how do you find the right producer? So there's a few things that you want to consider, which is the vibe. So does the producer understand the vibe, the kind of music, the kind of feeling that you're going for? And I think for me, this is my suggestion. I would completely just open a Google Doc, and this seems very geeky and seems very methodical, but hear me out. I would open a Google Doc and I would actually check out and write down a list of producers that I think are doing cool work. And so I would not edit this list at all. Seriously, I would not edit it in the sense that if I think of hey, the producer for this famous artist or this producer for Taylor Swift or something, I would write down a list of all the producers that I would want to work with, regardless of whether it's logical, whether it's probable, whether it's even within my grasp, or even if I don't know how to reach out to them. I would just write a list. There's a concept in marketing called the Dream 100, and it just means basically in this context, you want to write down as many people that you want to connect with and work with, and start writing from the big ones to medium tier or people starting out. Just have the whole list. And the reason we want to do this is that we want to understand who would gel with our kind of sensibility or our artistic vibe, even if we might not know them, even if we might not know how to contact them, even if we might not be able to afford them at this point in time, even if they have a long waiting list and you might not work with them. Just write this list down. Okay, this is the very first step. Just write the list down. And then if you have a budget, then I would start figuring out who's the top in the list that you want to reach out to, you want to work with, or you want to hire at some point, and so that you have this kind of long-term aspirational goal that I want to work with this producer, so and so, at some point. Because I gotta say, it doesn't matter where you are, even Malaysians have worked with really famous producers that are not from Malaysia. So I think it's not impossible for you to work with a producer that your dream producer. It's not impossible. It's very, very possible. So start thinking about it, even though it might not happen this year, might not happen next year, might not happen the year after, but it might happen 3 years from now, might happen 4 years from now. But start thinking about it, imagining it, and having it on paper or having it on a Google Doc so you can start seeing it. Now, in terms of short term, I would say have a list of younger producers that you really like their work and start reaching out to them. People who are maybe up and coming, people who may want to build a portfolio that they don't have a long waiting list yet, but they're very good. Maybe they're not, top producer number one that you want to work with, but maybe they are at a stage in their career at the same level as you, where you kind of have let's say a few hundred listeners on Spotify, and they also are kind of building their producer portfolio, and you want to find people that really gel with you musically and also communication wise, because the most dangerous thing is if you meet people who are really bad at replying messages, who are not responsible. You don't want to waste your time like that unless you really like what they do. So try to find people that are more accessible to you, that may want to do more collaborative efforts. And if you want to hire people, let's say you have a budget, you might want to hire, you can hire people that are maybe much further in their career, slightly further in their career, where you can afford their services, production services, but it's not necessarily, the number one choice you have. So I think even though it's maybe not so nice to divide people in tiers, but it's just the nature. Someone who's just started off 1 or 2 years doing production is going to be at a different skill level than someone who's been doing it for 5-10 years, and it's going to be different than someone who's been doing it 20, 30, 40 years. But someone younger might actually have the aesthetic and understand what you're going for. So it's not to say that any of them are going to be, you might find someone younger or someone who's less experienced that might be just a perfect match for you. And I really recommend, when you're trying to do these kind of collaborative projects, when you're trying to find a producer, find someone that you hope or you look like you want to work with them for in the long run. So that would be my best advice. So takeaways from this: number one, write your dream list of people you want to work with. And then second thing you do, divide them up into likelihood of how, whether you can work collaboratively with them, or you can hire them, or people that you might aim to reach out to them later on in your career, maybe a few years from now, maybe much later than that. But have it on a list so you can sort of see it. It can be kind of your North Star and kind of like a vision board, like you want to go in that direction. Okay, so I hope that helps. And this works for other things as well, not necessarily just working with producers, but even working with musicians or collaborators as well. So that's the first part of the answer to this question. Check out the next video for the second challenge that this particular musician faces, and I hope this next video will also help you out. It will be uploaded and you can watch it. So if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, depending where you're watching this. My name is Az Samad, and just one more thing I want to say. I have a coaching program called Coaching Kerjaya Muzik. That means music career coaching. And the next group will be in January 2022. If you're interested to join that, send me a message and I will send you the application form. The Malaysian version of it is going to be pretty much in Malay, but if you happen to be not from Malaysia and you want to be involved in this, send me a DM anyway. I might have an international cohort, group of people, musicians, depending on how the reception is. It's the second time I'm offering this. The first batch has been really exciting to work with them. I'm working with a producer-composer. I'm working with another orchestrator, and I'm working with a singer-songwriter right now. And it's been really exciting to see what they've been doing the past few months. And if you're interested in music career coaching and getting my guidance, 25 years of experience, 4 degrees in music. I've done all sorts of things, from playing with the Malaysian Philharmonic Orchestra, writing video game music for No Straight Roads, playing solo instrumental guitar, touring the world, different things, and in education as well. I've done a lot of different things, so maybe I might be able to help you out, getting you closer to your dream music career. So if you're interested, send me a message. Again, this is Az Samad, and see you in the next video. Bye.